Welcome back, everybody, to the third episode on the Eternals SMP Season 3. The last episode, we were terraforming quite a bit in this area. We also built up our farmhouse and got our farmer moved in, along with a bunch of other villagers as well. So off camera, I did some extra decorating for this area. I had a lot of fun doing the little nitty-gritty details, like just hay bales and pumpkins everywhere, adding in signs and such, some leaves for bushes. I need to get the texture pack on for better leaves because I think these look amazing with those on. I also built a little cart. We were building stuff for this world on stream the other day, and this is one of the things I wanted to include, was a little cart that kind of goes with our farmer house over there. I do want to get a horse eventually and get it kind of tethered up, but I think it turned out really well. And I also went ahead and finished up these fields. We have the field on the right that is completely made of wheat, and then we have this one which just alternates between the wheat, the potatoes, and the carrots. That way they can grow faster, because then I can trade with Cindy. Oh, did you forget who Cindy was? Let me introduce you. Hello, Cindy. How you doing? Yeah, you. Talking to you. Yeah, Cindy is our farmer. I am waiting for her trades to kind of reset so that way we can have mostly a wheat trade, but I would like to get wheat and potato. Right now, sitting at beetroot and potato. I don't know anyone who uses beetroot. If you use beetroot, say beetroot in the comments down below. But another thing I did experiment with a little bit was armor stand. So I was setting up this kind of wooden log pile over here, and I was like, this looks really good, but we need a tree stump with an axe in it. So I used the armor stand data pack to get this axe in it, as if you just got done chopping wood and you're just popping it right into the log, and I think it looks really good. I want to decorate this area a little bit more and get rid of all this sand right in this area. And thank you to Davnici Ashes. I hope I said that correct. They said we should name our ocelot Zero with an X. So there we go. We've got little Zero here. I need to find out where I need to put him, but thank you so much for the name. Now we have a friend and he has a name. But today we're going to be spending our time over here. So I have dubbed this area the Quarry, and for this little kind of village area that I am building around this massive lake. Hey, Shronk's online. Hey Shronk, I should go check him out. This is going to be the Quarry. This is going to be the mine entrance for the villagers. I'm going to put the blacksmith kind of over here behind me, but this is going to be where all of their minerals, their ores, their materials are coming from. I want to set up like moving mine carts behind me that kind of are bringing materials up and such, and get some really cool like medieval scaffolding over here. Because the only thing I did over here was I tore out a bunch of the dirt that I'm going to repurpose for the sand area over here, and then I also flattened out with some stone down below because I want to add in some piles of ore and maybe do a crane up here. I think a crane up top is going to look really good. Yeah, I also built a well. What do you guys think? Let me know. 10 out of 10. How'd the well do? Also, ignore all the villagers and boats. Yeah. We're not gonna talk about them, especially Mac over there. But to get started, I think we're going to build out some scaffolding over here so we can easily hop on down to the mining area and we can make it safe. Hopefully, so villagers can be running around and we can make it look like they're actually working and doing something. So I'm going to do some research in what some sort of scaffolding would look like and get to building. Okay, went ahead and got the scaffolding done, which I'm really happy with how this turned out. I did get this idea from another Minecraft YouTuber named Etat. If you guys haven't checked out his like long form sort of like relaxed building, he does a great job, and he made something very similar to this. But I also looked up a bunch of concept art and just actual photos of what medieval style architecture was like when they were using scaffolding, and it's mostly made of wood, so I feel like this is actually pretty true. So the next thing I want to do, I want to tear out a bunch of this to make it even more flat and start making the entrances to the quote-unquote mines, and then also doing some like spiky boulders and stuff kind of scattered throughout. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that, and you'll see it right now. And of course it's raining. I gotta say, I got a lot done with this. So I talked about the medieval scaffolding, and this all just came together so naturally. So I put some little bits of noise around here, some barrels, some chests, some blank campfires, just to kind of add some busyness to this whole area. I also went ahead and added in some foliage, and you'll notice I do have the better leaves from vanilla tweaks on, so they make them really bushy, and I think it just adds a lot and makes this place look very luscious, very green, but also keeps the kind of vibe that I'm trying to go for. I've got a couple spots on the sides where minecarts will go in. I do plan on hollowing this out even more and adding in some supports and stuff, much like we see in mine shafts. But of course, while doing this, I of course found something. So over in the main mine area over here, I was going to make this one with a bunch of moving kind of redstone carts, making it look really busy. And as I got farther in, found an actual abandoned mine shaft. Yeah, we're gonna have to explore that today. But I think my favorite thing that I did so far was this crane that I added in, which makes it look like we're harvesting copper from this big pit down here. And I want to add bits of copper and stuff and dig this down even deeper, but I didn't want to go too far because of the abandoned mine shaft, because that area looks huge and I didn't want to accidentally fall into it. But this crane turned out really good. I found an image on Pinterest of someone who did something very similar, and I just changed it up a little bit, but I added in the grindstones as pulleys and the chains going down, and I think it turned out really well. I'm really happy with how this all came together. And while I was at it, I did some more terraforming up where this giant sand mound was, adding in some spruce trees that I might chop down and make my own custom ones, but we'll see how that goes. I also added in more bushes and even some more logs tied down. This is one of my favorite bits of noise to add, especially to a wood chopping area. So this is where Cindy comes out and gets the wood for her farm and everything like that. Now I just have to get these 4 into the mine area because they're going to become our miners, and then good old Mac over here is going to be our blacksmith. Now that they are moved completely, we need to go back to the Nether. If you guys remember, the Nether held a soul sand valley, which is actually what I wanted for a change. But I need to find a warped forest so we can get some ender pearls and then make our way to the Nether route. I don't have the TNT yet, but my plan is to hopefully get some bedrock broken so I can start setting up a portal on the roof from here to spawn. That's just going to make fast travel a lot easier. We will be setting up trade routes for exports, which is going to be kind of like our own trading system this season. But as for fast travel to everywhere else on the server, the Nether is still going to be the best option. Now I'm going to don a new set of armor for the Nether. We're going to put our current armor just on display until we get back. And for good measure, let's throw mending on our fortune pick so we can hopefully get that repaired and get some Nether quartz. All right. Back to my least favorite place ever. All right. Not seeing any skeleton. That's a good sign. Oh, spoke too soon. Luckily, we've got a shield, so we should be good. They come closer. Good. And you're gone. All right. Let's put some torches down to hopefully prevent some spawning. I don't know if that works in the Nether. I can never remember. And let's start repairing our pickaxe a little bit. Gathering up this gold and nether quartz. All right, is there a warped forest nearby? I don't think so. It's probably too easy. Oh, but there is a fortress. Let's go. Okay, that's good to know. I don't know if I want to inspect the fortress. It looks like that one's already been raided, considering I'm seeing scaffolding. I'm always last of raiding things, but still, having a fortress nearby means there's probably a blaze spawner over there. But what I think we'll do is we're gonna head this direction and try to find a warped forest. Yep, others have definitely been over here, so they've been right by my portal and no one came to visit. A little sad. Let's see. Anything? Oh, ooh, yes. Okay, perfect. This is a small one, but this should work. I just need to get over there. I wonder if I can tunnel under the lava. Put a bridge across. Let's try tunneling first. And we made it. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to flatten out some of this area to get some endermen to spawn so I can get some more ender pearl. I don't know how many of them are going to spawn here, but it's worth a shot to at least try to get some. Nice. Okay, I cannot get any more to spawn, so I think I have a total of 5 ender pearls, so I think that should be enough for now. But thanks to all of that exploring and mining of quartz, we now have some levels so we can actually enchant our diamond armor. There we go. Okay. Now I need to find the best spot to access the roof, and I believe it's got to be level 128. Okay, we found it. This block right here is perfect. It's at 127. I ended up having to Google it. We should have pretty much everything we need to do that. So if I just come on up here, if I throw an ender pearl right at this corner and jump, I should be on the nether roof. And boom. There we go. Now I have to build a portal and get out of here. Okay, now I need to find an easy way to spawn, which is probably going to be by boat, and get a portal set up over there, so that way it's just easy access and I can be a little more connected to the other Eternals, because I'm the one who's farthest north. I didn't think I chose that far from spawn, but yeah, I'm a little over, I would say, almost 3,000 blocks away from spawn. So let's do this. I just dodged through a bunch of different mobs, and they're still everywhere. I might have to hang out in the water until it's morning time, or make a home in one of these mushrooms. Why don't I ever think about these things before I actually do them? Well, if that doesn't show that somebody's been here, a giant tower of diamonds will. No one else is on right now. Gager was just on, but I'm curious whose base this is. But I know they're at least close to spawn, which is good to know. What? They're just set out in the open? But looks like they got an enchantment area and another portal back there, at least from what I can tell. Very nice. At least that's good to know that I'm in the right area. So I'm going to wait till morning. I'm going to find the center of spawn and we'll get this portal built. And the sun is rising. Need the Lion King theme song. Well, I can't do that. That would be a copyright. I don't want that. But I know that spawn is just this way. We're on the right x-axis. Now we have to find the correct y-axis. Whoop, there we go. There's a crafting table that proves it. We're here. We're at spawn. Perfect. Okay, I think out in the middle of the water is going to be the better bet to build this portal, because maybe we can build it on a ship down the road. This way we can go into the nether and not have very many mob issues from the shores. All right. That is built. Go ahead and light it up. And just for the sake of not losing anything that I really want, I'm going to put it in here with a sign that just says odds chest. I don't care if I lose this stuff. We should be good there. Let's go in, and I probably need some building blocks actually. Go in and get to the nether roof. Of course, this one is also a Soul Sand Valley. We're just going to build straight up and hope for the best. Now, just like before, we've got to find a spot that is 127 so we can get directly to the top. There we go. And just like before, get on up here. Gotta grab our ender pearl, throw it directly here at the corner, and jump. There we go. All right. This one should link up to the one at spawn. Should be able to get our stuff back, get in, and then go find our base in the bog known as the Nether roof. Okay, that worked. I like that. Grab our stuff. This should take us back to the Nether roof. Fingers crossed. Yes, okay. There we go. And through the fog, we see our portal. Honestly, that took like 2 minutes, so that wasn't bad at all. I'm so happy that worked. My luck with portals is over. Now I have a way to get to spawn and actually be close to everyone else. So all the footage that I had did not have my voice on it because I was muted. So I thought I'd do a voiceover for this bit. Started building up the blacksmith and getting it ready for Mac to get moved in. This is a Gray Sun inspired build. I did change up some stuff, kept a similar block palette. Instead of making it more Viking-ish, I just kept it in the style of medieval that I'm building here. Enjoy the rest of the time lapse. I messed up. No, Mac is gone. I was working on this and decided to go AFK, and I was away for a few hours, and now Mac is gone. Oh no, what about the others? What about the others? No! Oh no, they're all gone. Okay, we still have Christopher, but why? I knew I should have done something different, but I wasn't thinking about being AFK. All right, let's get this blacksmith done, and then we'll get some more villagers over here and do something to protect them. I don't know what I need to do. Maybe I just don't need them down here because I think they're just gonna get hurt.
A few moments later.
And after way too much time, our blacksmith building is done. So this season, I've been wanting to play around with armor stands and do a lot more little decorative bits. You can see up here on the front counter, I've got some raw iron, a piece of gold ingot on the table. Don't mind the head, or that one over there. I also set up some tripwire hooks and have some tools hanging around. I think this is my favorite thing when it comes to using armor stands, because you can actually make tools look like they're hanging up. Over here, you're going to have to suspend your disbelief a little bit. I used magma blocks to kind of emulate hot coals, like we're melting or heating up metal, and then using the grindstone to kind of hone those metals. And then I have a sword hanging up here on a chain that was dipped into the cold water to cool. So using a little bit of knowledge that I know from blacksmithing, which is not a lot, I thought this worked really well, even though it's not 100% accurate. And you can probably hear from the sounds, we do now have our blacksmith, or weaponsmith, I guess. But this is Will, and he did not want to stay in one place, so we kind of had to put him in a box and let him think about what he did. So far, I haven't traded with him, but I am planning on getting him up to snuff just so we can have some backup weapons or anything like that. Welcome, Will, to being our blacksmith. All that's left for this area really is to clean up and decorate it, getting rid of my crafting table and chest of materials. I want to terraform this side with a bunch of dirt so we can start expanding it that way when it comes to houses. I also want to spruce up this little pond here, maybe bring the sand back just a little bit and bring it around, and then maybe spruce it up with some bamboo or lily pads or all those other things that go in a pond. But sadly, we did lose all of those villagers to a zombie attack while I was AFK. We do have one of them in there, I think it's Christopher, who is hidden from the sun, trapped in a minecart. But I think he's going to be the only one in there. I don't think we're going to worry about stocking up villagers down there again. It was a great idea. I thought it would add a lot to this area, but it's too risky to keep them out in the open. That's why we put them in a box. But luckily, Terrence and Susan have been busy, and we now have a ton of villagers to choose from going forward. Yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here because it's pretty noisy. Guys, just let me out. Let me through. Come on, there we go. but I think I'm going to do some off-camera work and get that area decorated. And I've been having a lot of fun doing these little things where you comment something and I address it in the next video. So for episode 4, I need you guys to guess what block I'm going to put in this chest. I'm going to put a random block. I don't even know what it is at this point, but I want you to guess down below. And as an added bonus, if you are correct, your comment will be pinned and I'll mention it in episode 4. But that is all the time I have for today, guys. If you guys like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more, and always remember the most important thing is to be odd and wash your hands. Peace, guys.